And just begin here in child's pose by creating the Ujjayi breath. So there's a couple of things that are sort of potent parts of power yoga. One of them's eye gaze, one of them's the pace and the flow with which we move, but the other one is this Ujjayi breath. So you breathe in slowly through your nose, and you breathe out slowly through the nose. And the breath feels lightly textured in the throat. So that straight away you're starting to bring some of your awareness, some of your sensory awareness to inside the body. The texture of touch, you feel this textured breath in the throat. And then you also begin to hear it. And it just has this light sort of oceanic sound to it. Take 3 more breaths there. Downward facing dog. And again, your attention on the Ujjayi breath. Find something still to affix the eye gaze to. The eye gaze, drishti in power yoga, it's about what we're focusing on. And so as we affix the eye gaze, it's about getting steady, getting focused. If the mind's jumping around, it helps us be steady. And one of the translations for the Ujjayi breath is this saying, it's the victorious breath. That it's the breath that gives us victory over the busy mind or the monkey mind. Take 1 more breath in here. Focus as you breathe out. Look forward, step, jump or walk all the way up to your hands and take Uttanasana, your forward fold, holding the elbows if it's available. Again, focus the eyes and experience Ujjayi breath to draw the senses within, to start to help you have victory over the external mind, the externally directed mind. Use the senses, this tangible thing, to direct it within. Last breath in here. And breath out, nice, long and smooth. Release your hands to the mat, please. Bend the knees and roll slowly to standing. Hands into Anjali Mudra prayer. Close your eyes. We step into the heat, the warmth, the focus of Power Yoga with 3 Oms. Inhale, then pause. Soften knees, tip from hips, bow forward, exhale. Halfway lift, lengthen out through the back body, the spine. Step back to a high plank position. You have 5 breaths here. Keep the eye gaze quite steady just towards the top corner of the mat. And then focus on feeling, hearing, and sensing that victorious breath. Even breath in. As you breathe out, feel the thighs are strong. They play a big role in our planks and chaturangas. One more breath in here. First round, put the knees down, please. And the chest and collarbones go forward of your fingertips. So your hands end up back at your waist. Cobra pose, keep it low. Feel a big lift up through the collarbones. Downward facing dog, exhale. Breathe in here. Focus the eyes as you breathe out. 2 more breaths like that. Sense of sound, sense of feeling turning into a Ujjayi breath. Last inhale here. Look forward as you exhale. Then step or jump by lifting your butt high to the top of your mat. Half lift. Fold deeply forward. Sweep to standing dynamically. Bow forward, exhale. Half lift. High plank straight to low plank. Thighs are strong. Hands end up at mid-waist. Stretch the toes back or put the knees down, back bend. Downward facing dog, exhale. One breath here. See, feel, experience the breath. Top of the mat, step or jump. Halfway. Fold forward. Rise to standing actively. Bow on down. Halfway lift. Step or maybe jump chest forward, hands to mid-waist. Knees or toes. Downward facing dog. One breath. Finish that breath out. Top of the mat, step or jump up. Halfway. Fold forward. Chair pose, sit deeply. Shoot the fingertips to the top corner of the room. And keep a lot of weight back and down in those thighs. We're here for 3. Sink deeper, please. For 2, little wriggle in the toes, so all the weight is in the heels. Last breath. Bow forward. Halfway lift. Step or jump, low push-up. Back bend. Downward facing dog. Right leg lifts up behind you very actively. Look forward, the foot steps all the way to the top of your mat. Give it a help if it needs. Crescent lunge, reach up, eye gaze steady, and relax the shoulders. Notice if the back leg's switching off. Super engage the thigh, the arch of the foot, the waist. You're here for 2 more breaths, please. Focus the eye gaze. Here and experience an even Ujjayi breath. Last inhale. Back foot turns to the side, warrior 2, sit low. Now the eye gaze is straight over the middle finger here. The front knee is tracking out towards the little toe. but you feel that the inner thigh muscle is strong. It's hugging to the bone. Last breath in. Sink a little deeper as you breathe out. Flip that front palm from the waist. Keep the thigh exactly where it is. Reverse your warrior. Now you've got 3 more breaths here. Keep engaging the pelvic floor, squeezing the waist. Last inhale. Cartwheel, high plank to chaturanga. Hands end up at the waist. Back bend. Down dog. Left leg high, inhale. Step it all the way forward. Help it if it needs. Reach up, crescent lunge. There's these 2 things. How's my eye gaze and how's my breath? And it's massive in these flowing practices that we can harness the senses and pull them to within. Last breath here. Warrior 2, back foot turns, eye gaze firm. Notice if you're leaning forward, bring the ribs back over the top of the hips and get the work down into the thigh. Eye gaze over the middle finger. Last breath in. Stay. Commit to this depth. Flip the front palm. Reverse your warrior. You're here for 3 more breaths. Stretch that top finger away a little bit more for a good waist stretch. Last breath. Cartwheel, hands to the mat. Chaturanga, low plank. Knees or stretch toes. Down dog. 1 breath here. Your eye gaze is steady. Top of the mat, step or jump on no breath. Halfway lift. Bow forward, exhale. Chair pose, sit deeply. Bow back down. Half lift, inhale. Step or maybe jump low plank. Upward dog. Downward dog. Right leg high. Step through. Reach up. Warrior 2. Reverse. Chaturanga, low plank. Back bend. Downward facing dog, left leg high. Step through. Reach. Warrior 2. Reverse. Chaturanga. Back bend. Down dog, straight away, top of the mat, jump up. Halfway. Fold, really tune into breath. Sit, breathe in. Fold, breathe out. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, step or jump. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Left leg lift. Breathe in. Step. Reach up, breath. Warrior 2, focus, eye gaze. Breathe in. Breathe out. Rise up, inhale. Exhale, right leg again, lift up. Start to trust that you know the rhythm. Left leg. Breath. See it, experience it, hear it. One more each side. Right leg. Hold it here. Focus the eyes. 5 smooth breaths. And use it as this opportunity to refocus. Notice if the eyes are dancing, climbing around, that indicates the mind will want to follow that. And see if you can gain victory over the breath. Smooth in and smooth out. Please lift your right leg up behind you. Big inhale. High plank, knee to nose. Exhale. 4 more of those. Kick back, inhale. Knee to nose, really curve up between the shoulder blades. 3 more. Make sure the abdominals aren't bulging, they're drawing up and in. 2 more. Hear your breath out. 1 more. See if you can make it a bit smoother. High plank. Hold it here for 3. More shoulders, less butt. So get the hips forward and curve up shoulders more. Big breath. Lightly lunge, please. Crescent lunge, reach up here. And it's our same thing. Focus the eyes and let the breath give you victory over the mind. Like, notice, is the mind really trying to grab my attention? What's it obsessing about? And how can it be more interested in the breath? Inhale here. Hands to prayer, Anjali Mudra. Breathe in. Now tip forward your long hair from crown to back heel. Take left elbow past right thigh and really push the elbow into the knee so that you avoid the chest dumping down. We want to get the chest up off the leg. Good, maintain this. If it's in your range, open up the arms, please. Or if it's in your range, you can try top hand behind the back, bottom hand under the thigh. Take a bind here. You've got 3 more breaths. Find something steady to focus your eye gaze on. Last inhale. Stay, breathe out. Reach on up, crescent lunge. Inhale, please. Standing splits, dive forward, kick that back leg up really powerfully. Now notice if the top leg's lagging, that's pretty common here. And what we're looking for is a supercharged thigh.
Not because it's necessarily huge here, but because if you can get your legs to really lengthen, it'll transform your chaturanga push-ups and your arm balances. 2 more breaths. Breathe out, that top leg, super powerful. Last one. Extra engage the top thigh. Then watch the foot as it steps all the way back and you rise to warrior 2. Eye gaze steady. Relax the jaw, relax the shoulders. Sit right down into the thigh. Ujjayi breath, strong and even. And catch, if the mind's really constantly on about something, what is it? Is it actually something that's important in the here and now? Is it something that's kind and uplifting right now? And if it's not, let the breath have victory over it. Last inhale. A little deeper. Extended side angle, elbow to thigh, stretch the top hand overhead. You can stay here, but if you've got the range, can you please float the bottom hand down towards the mat? Keep hugging the feet towards each other so you're really supported. Hold it for 3. For 2. Nice long exhale. Last breath in. Left hand to the mat, side plank, face the right, please. Now you've got options. You can come down to forearm if you need. You can put the bottom knee down if you need. Or if you've got range for more in your practice, see if you can lift the top leg. Last 2 breaths. Big inhale. Hands to the mat, high plank. Please create a safe shoulder joint first. Inhale your chest forward. Chaturanga. Cobra or up dog. Downward facing dog. 1 breath in here. Even out that exhale. Left leg nice and high, breath in. High plank, knee to nose. 4 more. Emphasize the shoulders, push the mat away. 3 more. And feel the navel draw up and in. Last big one. And stay there. For 3, again, notice if your butt's overemphasized. Bring the weight into the shoulders for 2. Last one. Please lunge forward. Crescent lunge, reach, eye gaze steady. And turn within. What's going on in here? How am I talking to myself? How am I breathing? How am I focusing? How can the breath be more of a sensory experience? How can the eye gaze hold me steady? And how can I choose to only listen to the stuff that's uplifting in the here and now? Hands to prayer. Lean forward. Right elbow past left thigh, big twist. If you want more, try opening the arms. If you want more, take the top hand behind your back, slide this bottom hand lower and try and Interlace the hands underneath you for 3. Everybody tone the waist more for 2. Last breath. Stay. Crescent lunge, reach up, inhale. Standing splits, dive forward. And just notice our key here is, can I avoid that top leg lagging? Stretch it even higher. Good. The more activity, the more work in the front thigh, the more I train myself to be stronger in arm balances, chaturangas. Last inhale, leg powerful. Step all the way back, warrior 2, open up. Chest over pelvis. Arms strong. Eye gaze firm. And notice it. How do I talk to myself here? When I'm in this moment of heat, of warmth, of challenge, how do I talk to myself? And do I do that a lot? Is that working for me? This is your place to transform it, to have victory over the stuff that's not working. Lean forward, elbow to thigh, extend. You can stay here, that's fine. If you have the range, the hand floats down to the mat for 5. Not everything our mind says is the truth. So what am I choosing to listen to? What am I choosing to focus on? Last breath. Right hand to the mat, side plank, face the left please. Again, you can go forearm, you can put the knee down. If the range is there, please lift the top leg for 4. For 3. 2 more breaths, focus eyes, hear your exhale. Choose what you focus on. Hands to the mat, high plank please. Chaturanga, chest forward and down. Cobra or up dog. Downward facing dog. Look forward, step, jump or hop, top of the mat. Halfway lift. Bow and separate your feet out to the edges of your mat. Use your peace fingers if you've got the range to hold those big toes and bow ourselves right on in. Hear that Ujjayi breath. And notice what happened for me there. In the moment of heat, in the moment of challenge, how do I talk to myself? We say the microcosm is the macrocosm. If you're noticing an inner dialogue here on the mat, or a pattern of behavior here on the mat, then most likely it's happening in your day-to-day too. And then tune in a little deeper back to Ujjayi breath. Let it pull you away from the external and deep within. Please release your hands. Spread them out underneath the shoulders as if you're about to do down dog. Rise on up onto your tippy toes and put the knees, if you do this Bakasana crow a lot onto the back of the triceps so you build strength. Or if you don't do crow a lot, take them to the outside of the triceps. The key is to get your butt high. The minute it drops low, the pose gets heavy. So keep the butt up, hug the knees into the sides of the upper arms, and tip your shoulders out over the top of the fingertips. Aim to get your elbows above the wrists. You can stay here if you've got the range. Hug knees into triceps, push triceps into knees and lift one or both feet for 5, for 4. Really squeeze your navel in and up. Regular yogis, prepare yourself for chaturanga. You're going to send the chest forward. Last breath, push knees, lift chest. Chaturanga, low plank. Cobra or up dog. Downward facing dog. Look forward, step, hop or jump top of the mat. Halfway lift. Feet just outside the shoulders. And this time, slide your palms underneath the feet. Let the head bow. And notice it. What happened there? In the Bakasana, in the jump, what happened? How are you talking to yourself? And then ask yourself, is it possible that I talk to myself like that a lot? Is that something that's working for me? If it's not, the breath. Let it be bigger. Let it take more attention. Let it have victory over that pattern in this moment. Please release your hands. Please soften your knees and ever so slowly, one vertebrae at a time, roll to standing. Step your feet together, reach up, inhale please. Eagle pose, right hand under left. Squat down, right leg over left. Squeeze the inner thigh. If the range is there, wrap the foot behind the shin. Feel the navel draw back. Last breath. Hold it. Unwind, reach up, inhale please. Left hand under. Squat. Left leg over. Inner thighs, elbows high. Victorious breath. That it gets bigger than the mind. That it has more attention than the external thoughts. Unwind. Dancer's pose, right hand, right foot, stretch. What are you focusing on? How are you talking to yourself here? Please change sides. Left hand, left foot, dancer's pose. Change sides. Left leg, tree pose. Breath, bigger than, victorious over the mind. Please release. Reach up, inhale. Fold forward. Halfway lift. Step your left leg a long way back. Place the back knee down. And then the right hand rises, stretches away, and if there's range, takes a hold of that foot. See if you can really draw the butt back, the heel back to the butt. Good, a couple more breaths here, nice quad stretch. If you've got lots of range, it's okay to come down to the elbow, that'll give you a little more. Good, last breath. Please release it down. Come up just to the hands. Hands are really firm. Then you just split jump the legs to switch sides. Put the right knee down now. Lift the left hand up towards the back of the room for that hamstring stretch. Quad stretch. Again, drawing the pelvis right back to the butt, and if you want more out of it, coming down to the elbow. Last breath here. Please release the foot, slide the back foot in, and come on over into Navasana boat pose. Good, feel the inner thighs working a lot. And it's okay here, because the spine is straight, it's okay for us to have a little bit of hip flexor activity. So do feel like you're compressing in the front hip. You can stay holding the thighs if you really need it. But if you're fine, please release the hands. Try lifting maybe one leg to the roof. Try lifting the other leg to the roof. Take a breath in. Low boat, breath out. Come up, high boat, breath in. Low boat, breath out. For 3, low boat. Ribs to hips for 2, low boat. Last one, low boat. Now stay here for 5. Keep flexing ribs to hips for 4, 3, inner thighs hug, squeeze pelvic floor for 2. Last breath, and release it down. Just close the eyes for a moment, let the body relax. Mind on the breath. Slow, smooth, oceanic sounding breath. Please draw both knees into your chest. Rock and roll yourself up and down, up and down. Until you're ready to roll up, cross the ankles and step or jump to down dog. Come forward, high plank please, hold it here. Now just as I spoke earlier in the standing splits, the legs are really important. If they're heavy, the hips are heavy, and so's the deep core. We lower slowly, chest forward for 5, 4, 3, 2, and lay yourself down. Stretch the toes back. Interlace the hands behind your back, lift head and shoulders, and stay here. Now this might be enough, or if your lower back is feeling pretty cruisy, lift a leg. Maybe lift the other leg. Both legs hug to the center, knuckles push away more. Last big inhale here, please bump it right up. And then relax on down, turn your head to one side. Same shape, please. Turn back to eyebrows, hands behind the back, lift on up. Maybe just head and shoulders. Maybe add one leg or both legs. Everything lifts powerfully. Feel that the collarbones lift a little higher and the bottom tip of the shoulder blades then press up to the collarbones. Last inhale, really stretch away. Relax down, turn your head to the other side, please. You can do locust, but if there's range, please come onto your eyebrows. Pick the heels up behind you, reach back for the ankles, and kick up powerfully into floor bow. Hold it here. Feel the feet kick into the hands pull onto the feet. Last big, huge breath. Please calmly release it down. Head to the side. Now place your hands down by your side ribs. Feel the fingertips draw back, the top of the feet press into the mat. Lift up to cobra first. Keep pressing the top of the feet. Feel that you draw the front hips up towards the front ribs, almost like you're doing a mini crunch. And then rise to up dog, pulling the hands back. Take a big breath here. Downward facing dog, exhale. Rise straight to hips and heels. Look past the fingertips, jump all the way through to your butt, and come down onto your back. Good, feet come hip distance, and you find straight away a bridge. Now the pelvis is angled up on a diagonal here. So feel that the tailbone, the sit bones stretch out to the knees, that the hip bones sort of roll back towards the ribs, and then you've got a nice rising up through the side rib area. Do ensure that the back of the thighs are really active. One more breath here. Please calmly relax down. Palms are up. Close your eyes. Let the knees just drop in and notice how you feel. Check back in with, is there a dialogue? Is the mind busy with something? And can you get it to be busy with the breath? The feeling of the breath, the sound of the breath, the pace of the breath. Come on up into bridge pose again, please. Again, create that diagonal pelvis. Interlace the hands behind the back. Rise a little higher this time. Do check that you've got a lot of activity in the thighs. You can tend to sometimes here just do it with the butt. We want the thighs working. We even want the arches of the feet working and the calf muscles lifting. last breath. Please relax down. Again, TP those knees in. Close your eyes. One more round. You take bridge, or if wheels in your practice, you can do it, you've been taught to do it safely. Take the hands to the roof, up over towards the shoulders. Press the mat away as you feel like there's a sling around the ribs, a sling around the hips, and that from both those points you lift and rise. Again, we've still got activity in the back of the thighs, the arches of the feet, the calves. You feel that you try and hollow the armpits and slide the shoulder blades onto the back even more. 2 more breaths here. Lots of activity in the arms, in the chest. Lots of focus in the breath. Please calmly lower down. Bring the soles of your feet together, knees wide. One hand to belly. The breath. Stay here. Okay, the next pose is important just for me to explain a few things. The first option is to take the legs up, or even to turn around and take the legs up the wall. The next 2 shapes that I'm going to give you as an option, they're advanced yoga poses and they're unsafe. If you haven't been taught them physically with a yoga teacher, please don't do them, please just do your legs up. If you've been taught either of these 2 options by a yoga teacher, headstand is one where people might have been taught by a personal trainer, but we find personal trainers have a different sort of focus to it than yoga. So please, only if you've been taught them by a yoga teacher. You can come onto your back. And the first one is shoulder stand. It's important that your eye gaze stays on your toes and that the back of the neck is lifted off the mat and that the shoulders are squeezing like you're doing bridge. So no part of your neck is on the mat. You've just got the head and the triceps down. You feel quite light through the spine. So that's option 1. Option 2 is your headstand. Interlacing the hands, hugging the back of the skull. Then you rise on up, lift the heels, and extend the legs. So whichever option you've got, you have just 5 more breaths. Again, you're really just tuning into the sensory experience of the breath so that it overrides any need for analysis of the mind. It overrides any inner dialogue, especially if that inner dialogue's not particularly supportive. Wherever you are, please calmly then take the right foot up and over the left thigh. Push the left knee away, the right knee away, and reach through for the left thigh. So you've got a little bit of a butt stretch happening here. Please draw that right knee into the chest. Stretch the left leg out and away. Now take it across your body into a twist. Gently unwind. Left leg over right. Reach through, hold the back of the thigh. Draw the left knee into the chest, please. Stretch that right leg away. And then take it across your body into a twist. Please unwind, roll over onto your back. Take a hold of either the backs of the knees or the arches of the feet. Take any last movement you need just to feel comfortable in the spine, comfortable in the pelvis, comfortable in the neck. Then please slowly unwind, stretch the legs out so they're just outside the hips. Turn the palms up and close your eyes, please. Shavasana. Allow again the breath to take all of your attention, to take all of your sensory focus, and to give you victory over the mind, over any inner dialogue. And really, it's just the start of a journey, this breath. It's the start of the inner journey. It's like the first stop as we travel deeper and deeper within till hopefully one day, or maybe already, you settle and realize that you're completely whole as you are. And all the rest of it is just external chatter. It's just that busy monkey. You're whole, you're complete. And there is a voice inside of you that wants you to know that wants you to hear that wants the best for you.
Please begin to deepen your breath. Roll gently to your right side. And just take a few moments there. Now roll to seated, bring the hands into Anjali Mudra and close the eyes. Three Oms. Inhale, then pause. Light in me honors and acknowledges the light within you. And to that light we bow. Namaste. Namaste.